What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we are playing Izzet Sharks. Aether Drift is here. We have Captain Howler, the Sea Scourge. We have Monument to Endurance. Anytime we discard, we get a huge benefit. We can do this anytime that hasn't been chosen this turn. Fear of Missing Out, Artist Talent, Proft's Eidetic Memory. This could be Izzet discard, but because I have the other Marauding Mako here, I'm calling it Izzet Sharks. You'll see a similar deck that I play like this probably later, but let's get right on into the first match. Cacao Cavilo. Alrighty. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. Okay, this... I'll keep this. We'll put back a Thundering Falls. Put another one down, get a nice surveil. This town ain't big enough. We're gonna pitch that. If this was a bounce deck, then we're good. Ooh, there we go. We got Marauding Mako. Let's play that out. I've been having this issue recently where when I go to play it, it automatically selects the second half of cards, so I'm glad it didn't accidentally cycle it. Next turn, we'll be able to Kiora, or we can Monument to Endurance. I think we're going to Kiora first, just to get some cards in our graveyard, just to try and get a little bit of card advantage, and they might take out the Kiora, is what I'm hoping also. Just to make sure we've got a little bit of room. So, pump up the Shark, 2 +1/+1 counters on it, swing in. Opponent takes the damage. Union of the Third Path, okay. What's opponent doing? They're probably gonna board wipe. That's not gonna be great for us. So I think we still just Monument to Endurance. Let's get an island here. Go ahead and get this down. And we're gonna swing in. 6 damage coming to opponent's face. And another Union of the Third Path. Okay, so we've done no damage to the opponent. Basically every damage that we've done has been wiped away or rescinded. I always love that whenever I'm playing. Okay, Caretaker's Talent. Maybe... Oh, they still have to have board wipes, don't they? Alright. Should we play the Captain Howler or no? That's the real question. Okay, so I think we can just bounce. This way we can play it down again. We get the discard triggers. Opponent might kill Kiora here. If so, that's not too bad, but I really hope they don't. Alright, Kiora coming down. Draw 2 cards and then discard. I think we get rid of the Fable and the Ral. I know the Ral is really good, but I really want to just try and draw cards and then maybe have them lose life here. I worry that if we play Ral, we're not going to really be able to do much else. I know that's the same as the Howler. Maybe I should have played Howl. I'm trying to justify, or Ral. I'm trying to justify it, but this card's too good. Okay, there's a Sunfall. Nice. So we got to start all back over. I think we go Howler first, and then Proft to go ahead and draw a card, discard, or well, we don't have to discard yet. Now we got Ral. Again. We've got a few in the deck, so I'm not really surprised about that. Let's see if opponent has another board wipe here to stop us. Opponent's really taking their time, huh? Alright, get lost. They're going to pay 2 and the ward 2. That's a lot of cost. That's a whole turn just to kill that creature. Should we go Ral here? I think we do. Now's the time. We're going to draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. Let's get rid of a Shivan Reef. And I'm going to pitch the artist talent. Just because with this, I can go ahead and draw a card, and then each opponent loses 3 life. We might get a win from the Monument of Momentum here. Because then we fear of missing out. I think we get rid of the other fear of missing out. Draw a card. Now we get a treasure token. Ooh, do we hold this up, or do we do let's Stormchasers. We get another, loyalty counter on Ral, and then how much is this? Oh my gosh, Proft is gonna pump up the fear of missing out to a 7/8. Too bad it doesn't have haste. If it had haste, that would have been wild, I tell you. That would have been game over, but alright. Temporary lockdown. That's gonna get pretty much everything, right? But we have this town ain't big enough. So we can create an otter, right? Or let's go ahead and Howler, Captain Howler, create the otter. We can then bounce our otter in the monument. Maybe we should have, or the temporary lockdown, maybe we should have bounced the Ral, but let's just see. I'm confident this will work too, Ral. Don't worry. There's the get lost, so they're going to take out the Ral either way. But we get to go ahead and do a bunch here. So we get an otter, we draw a card, and then we discard a card, draw a card, get a bunch of triggers here. Not a bunch, really, just 2. Let's just give it to the otter. Opponent loses 3 life. We've got the Mako. Do we play it? I don't. I'm going to hold off just because opponent's shown that they've got board wipes. So now we've got a Kiora. 2+1/+1 goes on to the captain. Like I said, we might just get the win from the Monument of Endurance here. I think that's going to be our best way to win. Sunfall coming in for opponent. Alright, so we've got Kiora. Is it a draw 2 then discard 2? I think it is. So then let's cycle here. We can have the opponent lose 3 life. Okay, now we Fabled Passage. Go ahead and... do we want to bring a instant back? Draw 2, discard 2. Okay, well it's 2 profs, so that's not terrible. We'll draw a card, and then we'll go ahead and get a treasure, tap this, sack it. I think we will get a mountain. We could bring back this town ain't big enough. I think that's like literally the only one that we have. Yeah, so bring that back. We've got a 7/6. An opponent still has the temporary lockdown. That would take quite a bit away, but it wouldn't take away our Kiora. I wouldn't mind them doing it though, because we could just bounce everything. Opponent's tapping very specifically. Are they tapping for the talent or what? Okay, so yeah, they're tapping for the talent that way. Alright. Beza coming down. Well, we have the same amount of creatures, so they don't get more creatures. I think opponent thought that was going to go a bit differently. Because now we can go ahead and artist talent. And then we can, this town ain't big enough, bounce the Beza, bounce our profs. discard a card, draw a card, and we should be able to pump up our Kiora enough. I mean, well, with the 3, I totally forgot about the Monument to Endurance. Yeah, that's a good game, opponent. And we're just going to go through the motions, swing in, create an 8/8 legendary. Opponent's going to Elspeth Smite. I don't think that's going to work, but nice job, opponent. Good. And on to the next one. Alright, so that didn't go too bad. I always try to give the disclaimer, these decks are still really new, it's still the beginning of the season. Don't take anybody's word for like, oh, this is the best deck ever. It's all going to change, everybody's going to find their groove. That being said, we're keeping a hand with 2 Rals, because Ral does put in some work. Especially with this deck, he's doing a lot of good things. Alright, Essence Channeler coming down. I think we just Profts here to draw an extra card, put the 1/1 counter on the Mako, and then swing in. If the opponent wants to trade, I'm all for that. Opponent wanted to trade, okay. What are they doing? I've been seeing this card so much, that case. Okay, so it's a life gain deck. We've got another Profts. Do we fear of missing out? I think we go for a blue source here just because we have more blues. So I think we do fear of missing out and we pitch a Ral. That way, okay. We got a land. So next turn we have the Scholar up and then into the talent. Yep, opponent is gaining life and attacking. Okay, so let's Scholar. We're gonna get a chance to draw 2, discard 2. I'm gonna get rid of a Profts and an island because Profts is legendary. And then we're gonna pump up the fear of missing out, swing in for 5. Oh, this should trigger Profts twice, huh? We get to put 2 more token or 2 more 1/1 counters on it. Oh, that's so dirty. That is evil. Stormchaser's talent coming down. Okay. That is so evil. I don't think the opponent has a chance even with their life gain now. Because yeah, they're gonna get this up to a 7, swing in, we chump it with the Otter. It's not really a chump, we just block it with the Otter. Poor Otter. Oh, and there's this town ain't big enough. So yeah, now let's see. I think we bounce one of the bats, or we could do both of the bats. Oh, we don't even have to do that. So then now we swing, we get an extra attack. Wow, good game. And then because this has vigilance, we get to attack again. Wow, that made it look way too easy. And on to the wrap up. So this was my version of Izzet Sharks, a little bit different than what's normally out there. But what do you think? I think this definitely has some legs. It'll probably get a lot better in an Izzet discard form. Like I said, keep an eye out for that. Very similar decks probably coming up the next few days, but just wanted to say thank you so very much to everybody who's been checking out the channel, and please again consider liking and subscribing, and don't forget, you are doing everything right today and you matter. Goodbye.